Egyptian gold body tatted like a Mayan. And I can't say I'm gonna succeed, but I'm trying. I had a couple close friends and I done lost a few. They either dead or in jail cause I cut off a few. They say the devil got no feelings, but I feel him. Cause with the Lord would show forgiveness, I would kill him.
Hey dear family, welcome or welcome back to Renegade's channel. As y'all can tell by the title of this video, we're gonna be talking about self-love. I forgot the name of the title for a minute. But y'all, I'm finna get deep. You know, I got the clipboard, but it ain't nothing written. On here. But I feel like I tend to talk more from my heart when I'm not with the clipboard. When I'm not looking for my clipboard, because it's like I'm going with the flow and things just come out how it's supposed to be, instead of like, you know, I get a download at that time, so I write it down, and then I get another download and I don't actually know how to feed into the next one. So now I'm just gonna get the downloads and make the video as I go. Okay, now one of my subscribers emailed me, and this is meant for you, okay? If you watching, I'm just kidding. No, seriously though, if you watching, this video was really meant for you. So his question was, you know, how to know if you have trauma that's not been dealt with, or how to, you know, how to deal with it. Because, you know, he also mentioned, like, if you get into a relationship, how to know if you ready to get in one, because you don't even know if you have trauma that, or things overall that need to be dealt with. So the first thing I'm gonna automatically say is forgive yourself. The reason why a lot of spiritual leaders say, you know, meditate and eat healthier is because those are really the first steps in order to, you know yourself and be more, and to vibrate higher. Because when you meditate, you focus and you're calm and you're relaxed and you're centered. So all of those things I just named, you need those in order to know yourself. You can't know yourself if you constantly got other stuff to worry about, or you can't know that if you don't know how, you can't know yourself if you don't know how to, if you don't know where to start, if you don't know how to focus your mind, if you don't know how to be calm in certain situations, you know. So, and also you don't know how to know yourself if you're not eating right, because you're feeding your diet demons. So I'm gonna just say that, because let me get my crystals out, hold on, because I'm really getting real deep into this. And when you eat and you're eating negative foods, you start feeling negative, and you're not really a negative person. You're a multi-dimensional being, and you don't really get that full effect if you're eating meat, you know, because first of all, we're not even supposed to be eating meat. Our bodies, humans, aren't supposed to be digesting meat because we're not carnivores, you know. We actually eat plant-based diets, you know. We eat alkaline foods, just like horses and cows and stuff like that. They eat that type of stuff because that's why you see them, they're not out here being savages, you know. And we don't have those pointy teeth because we're not meant to be eating thicker foods anyways, you know what I'm saying? So when you start to focus somewhere and you know that what you've been doing is not right, it's not righteous, first of all, once you see it, change it. Stop feeding into it, because the more you feed into it, the deeper it gets, the harder it is to let go of those things, the harder it is to move forward. And you can't move forward if you don't let go of your past. So if you don't close old doors, or doors that shouldn't haven't even been open, you can't open the new ones. You know, you can't take that next step. But once you do take the next step, you see what's behind this door. You see your abundance. You might even see a peek of it. You might have this thought and you like, okay, if I change this, I will then get this. And that's you manifesting things. So once you start manifesting things, more doors start to open, because there's doors within doors. You know, there's portals within portals. So really just step out of your comfort zone and start doing things that you know that you should have been doing a long time ago. So stop procrastinating and just get to it, okay? So yeah, really that's how you start to know yourself. You have to start to love yourself. You know, people be so worried about getting into relationships. That should be your last priority, if I'm being honest with you, because if you don't know yourself, why are you trying to know someone else? That's you looking on the outside of yourself instead of going within. So that's you, like, does this even make sense? I love you more than I love myself. It, like, that don't even make sense, because your soulmate, your twin flame is you. So how can you love something on the outside of yourself and you don't love all that's within, and it's already right here and complete, that's right in front of you, that's really within you? So in order to you know if you have trauma that you need to deal with, sit down and think, get off your phone. If you're attached to certain things, how can you detach yourself? How can you give this attachment a balance? So for example, number one trauma I could say that a lot of people have, it is your diet. If you constantly eating meat and you get in a relationship and you still eating meat, how are you going to take on this responsibility for your partner and uplift them and let them know that, hey babe, we shouldn't be eating meat? This stuff, it don't elevate us. It really bring us in a negative state of being. And on top of that, when you're negative, your conscience becomes negative. It becomes lower and you're not as aware as you should be. So if you're not aware about what's going on around you, how are you going to be aware? No, if you're not aware of what's going on within you, how are you going to be aware of what's going on around you? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, take a look within. If you have to delete Snapchat for a week, social media for a week, do it. That's a step, and steps add up. And when they add up, guess where they lead you? To the top of the staircase. So if you want to get to the top, you have to take the steps to get there. You can't just say, oh, I want to get at the top already, and forget that there's a process, because you're never going to begin that process. So sit down and get off your phone. If you got to go outside, and I know it might seem so like, oh, that's boring, like who wants to live like that? I'm telling you, once you get in that mood, once you start uplifting yourself and making time to go outside and start building up this passion for going outside, you're going to be more connected, more than you know, not only within you but with the universe, because nature is nature is organic, nature is alive, nature is conscious, nature has a heart, nature is melanated, and don't forget, you got Geb and you got Nut. Geb is the god of wind and Nut is the god of rain, water, and all that stuff. So, and then you got Tough Nut, which is the sky goddess, and then you got Shu, which is the ground. So you already got 4 gods out there. But hold on, because on top of that, you got 5 stages of the sun. You got Kepler, which is the beginning, then you got Ra, then you got On, then you got Aten, then you got Amen. So that's 5 plus 8. 5 plus 9. I can't even. 5 plus 4 is 9. So you already got 9 goddesses and gods that you already connected to just by walking outside. Really connected with the universe already, because you got 9 gods and goddesses on your side automatically. Then plus that 1, which is you, then you got 10. You full. A whole gang right there. It's complete. You got 10 gods and goddesses right there in front of you. So once you start connecting with yourself and doing research and just being more in tune with everything that's in front of you, because every day you wake up, every single day you wake up, you coming out of the womb. You're being reborn again. So every day something is placed in your life for you to learn, master, or grow with. Okay? So just by you waking up, pay attention to the first thoughts that come to your mind. What is this teaching me? Or your dreams, for example, that should be the first thing that you should be trying to focus on, because you're coming from this dream world, you're coming from this afterlife, you're coming from this other dimension into this one. So you time traveling, to be honest. And once you get here, you got to focus on this dimension, when really it shouldn't be like that. You should balance it out. I learned this at this time, and it's this day, and I can remember where I just came from. what does that teach me? Meaning, if I just woke up and I had a dream and I was just at the grocery store, and for some reason, I don't know, I was just at the grocery store. Maybe that means, okay, today I don't know what I want to do, but I know one thing for sure. I need to go to the grocery store because maybe I need to stock up on some snacks or some products or whatever. I don't know. Listen to it, see things, and be more connected with yourself in the universe, because yourself in the universe sends you downloads even through your dreams. Like, it's not a coincidence that you were there at that place, and then you can remember it. So even if you don't remember your dreams, sit down and focus and meditate. First thing when you wake up, meditate, because when you wake up, the first thing you focused on is yourself. The first thing you focused on is your energy and how you could treat other people. Because when you focus, whatever you want to focus on, make sure you put your all into it. Your first focus shouldn't be about other people. I know it sounds selfish, but it's really not selfish. It's more so you're connected. You're going within, and once you go within, that's how you know how to treat other people, because you know how you want to be treated. So, go within yourself and connect with yourself. Be there for yourself. And like I said, these small little steps, they take you a long way. So if I could sit up here and say I could sit up here and give you 5 ways on how to know yourself or be there for yourself and start having that self-care and that self-love for yourself. I could sit up here and say your diet, meditate, start dreaming. I don't know if I said diet already. You can go on nature walks, you can read. Now, I can sit up here and say that and not give you a reason why. But that's really not even my place to tell you why, because once you figure out, I'm giving you this picture to paint. But you're going to be the one that paint that picture how you want it. I can sit up here and say, paint a picture of the sky. And I can say that to 10 different people. And 10 different people is not going to paint the sky the same way. They're going to paint it their own way because it's their process. It's their journey. So however you see fit, do it, okay? And like I said, the reason why I say meditate is because it gets you to focus. And it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to be more calm and relaxed in very tough situations. So that's one reason why you should meditate. And that's another way how you can be more connected with yourself and build up that self-love, because the more you do it, you balancing out all your chakras, and then you more connected with yourself because you're not focused on the physical world, this third dimensional plane that we see, all this stuff that's physical. You can live here and be physical, but you can also see the energy within these physical things. So that's meditating. Diet, you are what you eat. So if you eating negative things, don't sit up here and be confused on why life is always negative and it's bad and it's upside down, because you're not aligning with your purpose. You're doing negative things, so you have a negative conscience. So once you start to eat more lively things, an alkaline diet, and be mindful of what you're eating and connect with what you're eating, like plants, they're still alive. Even when you take them, even as you're eating them, they're still alive, but they're not alive in a way like as if you're eating an animal that's alive, because an animal, they have their journey. A plant's purpose is for them to be eaten, honestly, because you can give back. It's not like you're taking their lives and they can't continue their life. They have a seed within it. So once you're done, first of all, their purpose, their soul was within that seed, not the food. Okay, so focus on eating a more alkaline diet and connect with it, because food is energy, and depending on what you eating, you can eat an animal, but you're gonna get a negative outcome. So if you eat plants and vegetables, if you eat an alkaline diet, you're gonna feel more alive than when you eating as if you're eating an animal. You know what I'm saying? So diet, water, first of all, you really shouldn't be drinking anything else like Kool-Aid. You shouldn't be drinking that. It's not even healthy for you. So that's why people like to be healthy. They like to eat a healthier diet because they feel more alive. That's why you see people who's vegan or they eat an alkaline diet. They're more alive. They're more calm. They they look rejuvenated. You know, they look good because they're treating themselves good on the inside. So what's going on in the inside, it will show on the outside. Those are really the first steps to help you start to love yourself. I made a video about fasting, and I explained how just by fasting it balances out all your chakras. And I can explain it again, but you know, long story short, once you fast, it grounds yourself. Then it builds up to energy, which then turns into talent and skill, which then makes you love yourself for doing it in the first place, which then helps you with your throat chakra. It teaches you how to eat certain things and be grounded and disciplined for how you eat, for what you eat, and you're conscious of what you eat and conscious of how you talk, which is your third eye chakra, because you can see things for what it really is. You don't have to sit up here and eat it because your taste buds want it. You eat it for your soul. Then you put on your crown which is your crown chakra. You put on your crown because everything else is balanced. So you're that princess or that queen that deserves that crown. You're not just putting on a crown that's for an unbalanced body or unbalanced chakras. You deserve that crown. You see what I'm saying? So literally fasting can help you be more connected with yourself. And you also have to realize that you're God. You know, we share a consciousness, and you have a bigger purpose than what people tell you. Your purpose isn't to wake up every single day and go to school. The first thing you do, you shouldn't have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to school and get ready to go to school to learn stuff that you don't really need to know. You know, the first thing you should do when you wake up is be there for yourself. Know yourself. When you wake up and you go to school, you don't think about your dreams. When you wake up, you don't sit up here and try to plan out your day and be like, today I'm gonna be a vegan, or today I'm gonna make sure I look good. Today I'm gonna make sure that I feel good. Today I'm gonna read a book. You don't sit up here and think like that because your focus is so off balance. So once you start to balance yourself in the inside, it will show on the outside. So what goes on in the inside, it will start unfolding. So if you take care of yourself and you being positive on the inside, you will have a positive reality. And if you want this positive reality, make sure that to love yourself daily and consistently, because non-stop, then your abundance will be non-stop, okay? So, you know, you can't sit up here and try to worry about love if you don't love yourself sincerely. I'm not saying being in a relationship is a bad thing, but you shouldn't be focused on getting in a relationship with your partner right now, especially if you're not where you need to be or where you want to be. And on top of that, change your focus. Once you stop focusing on love or your partner or, you know, your potential soulmate or whatever, everything will just start to unfold because you're not trying to force anything. You start going with the flow and you start living in the moment and you start taking care of yourself. So then you aligning with your purpose, and that is so important, to just be there and just live it and experience it and be the best you can. And on top of that, stop focusing on these other people. Focus on yourself first. Self-love is the first step to love, period. Because you know how to treat yourself. You know what real love feel like. If you want somebody to treat you like this, whatever that may be, then you have to treat yourself like that, because people see how you treat yourself, so they gonna know how to treat you, because you then have standards, you then have boundaries, and you know your self-worth. So you know what you deserve, because you treating yourself like you deserve it. And once you see red flags, you're gonna automatically know how to see. You're gonna automatically know how to cut these people off, because it's like, your energy is low. I don't want that around my aura, because I'm up here and I don't have time for people who's down here. Okay. And on top of that, family should be the next step. Family should be the next step. You don't have to feed into everything that your people agree with or disagree with. You know, let things just be. Let things just be and go with the flow. Love your family, and if they disagree with half of the stuff that goes on in your mind, it's okay to love them from a distance. But you cannot take everybody with you on your journey. You know, this journey is meant for you. Love yourself for even finding this path. You know, love yourself and love this journey that you're going on. You don't have to hold everybody's hand and need somebody to help you with this path. That's for you. That's for you. And at the end of that journey, it's going to get you somewhere. It's going to get you somewhere. Wherever you want it to be, it's your reality. You're the author of this reality. Create it however you want to create it. Okay? And focus on that. Stop focusing on what's at the end of the tunnel and be that light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, but that's it for my video. I really hope you learned something. Like I said, this was for one of my subscribers. Thank you for reaching out to me. Like I said, I really do hope this helped. Yeah, overall, if you didn't get anything else from this video, which I know you did get some more than what I'm gonna say, but it's to love yourself and know yourself. And if you know that what you're doing in life is not where you want to be, or you know that you can change it. Just do it. Stop procrastinating, because every time you procrastinate, you pause in your life. And if you don't want your life to be on pause, resume it. Change it and be the best you can. Every single thing you do, be the best at it. Be the best at it. That's what God is, the creator, being the best at it. You know, people gonna look up to you once you start having these boundaries and once you start having these boundaries and these standards for yourself, then you start to portray these on other people. Like, I know what I want and I know what I don't allow in my life. Okay? And love yourself. Really, truly, passionately love yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. And make sure you deserve it. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye to your family.
They say the world around us is not real.
When I'm gone, who gets your love?
It still affects us though, right?